Hallöchen Freunde und herzlich willkommen zur zweiten Folge hier mit dem guten Stanley. Wir sind hier in dem Gedankenkontrollraum drinne und steigen jetzt in diesen Fahrstuhl ein, der uns keine Ahnung wohin bringt.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay. Wo zur Hölle sind wir?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very
Alles
place.
wurde überwacht.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Also wir sollen jetzt die Kontrolle zerstören. Das hier ist... Was ist hier los? Mit Control Status offline. Okay, wir können diesen Knopf drücken. Ah, das ist der Knopf für nach Hause gehen. Das ist der Knopf für... Ich kann das nicht erkennen. Hier sind überall Knöpfe. Kann ich das anschalten? Nee. Wo muss ich hin? Okay, Leute. Da oben ist irgendwas Großes. Leuchtendes. Ich gehe mal da hoch. Eine 4. Habe ich jetzt 4-mal gedrückt? Hat sich hier was getan? Ich glaube nicht. Gehen wir mal wieder runter. Vorne ist noch so ein komischer Bildschirm. Was macht der hier? Konsole disabled. Okay. Kann ich hier? Nee. Das scheinen alles die gleichen Computer hier zu sein. Die stehen alle auf Offline. Ich denke mal, wir müssen hier durch. Mit Control Idle Rating Input. Okay. Boah, Alter. Das ist ja wie Kino hier.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Also wir sollen dem Ganzen ein Ende setzen.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the control.
Nein!
After
Nein!
we kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
No!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode,
Hat gut
eliminating the
funktioniert.
entire complex.
Hat
How
gut
long
funktioniert.
until detonation then? Let's say
2
2
Minuten.
minutes.
Was?
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
Alter!
your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better
Mach
than
mich
what
nicht
I had in
fertig.
mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start.
Alter.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Fuck.
You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh fuck, oh fuck,
you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Wo ist die verkackte
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Irgendwas hier wird mich retten. Ich habe 1 bis 5 gedrückt.
Video game can be beaten? One solved?
Geht's weiter als 5?
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
1.
But here's
Ich muss
a
1
spoiler for
drücken.
you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Ja,
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until it goes boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go?
Ich drücke doch die 1.
Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Was war das? Alter. Alter. Puh. Leute, wir sind wieder in unserem Büro. Wir haben es nicht geschafft.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay, wir haben das Spiel verkackt. Scheiße, was müssen wir machen? Okay, wir wissen schon mal, wie wir bis dahin kommen. Was genau wir da machen müssen, boah, keine Ahnung. Der eine Bildschirm, da hatte die ganze Zeit 1 angezeigt. Wir haben auf die 1 gedrückt.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ich weiß auch nicht, was ich in dem Büro da machen soll. Ich soll die Nummer 2845 drücken, aber wo?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
hatte nicht eine Minute Zeit, den Erzähler sprechen zu lassen.
Anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay, das ging dem Typen zu schnell. Wir hören mal kurz die chillige Musik.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Danke. So. Dann wollen wir mal gucken, ja? Ach, aber ich muss hier drauf drücken. Dann fahr mal runter, Kollege. Ja. Was soll ich sagen? Also das Spiel ist bis jetzt der Hammer, ja. Ich muss sagen, dass es richtig cool ist, ja. Es macht mega Laune, obwohl hier... boah, ich hatte eben Gänsehaut, wo das Ding hochgehen wollte. Das war krass. Los, mal auf hier die Hütte. Ja, laber ihn nicht voll. Okay, wir haben einen Auftrag. Wir müssen herausfinden, wie das Scheißding da aufzuhalten ist.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Boom.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ja.
But here was the proof.
So, wir checken jetzt erstmal, bevor wir da hinten durchgehen, den Raum hier ab, ja? Wir haben hier verschiedene Knöpfe. Warum ist die 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Da ist die 5. Es scheint nur bis 5 zu gehen, oder?
Decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So, off. Boom. Geht das denn jetzt hier? Hallo? Ist das schwarz? Ich kann nichts sehen.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
War es vorbei?
Yes.
Ja,
He had won.
Er hat gewonnen.
He had defeated the machine.
Er hat die Maschinen besiegt.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay, es scheint...
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Gefühl von
the
Freiheit,
immense possibility of the new
die
path
immensen
before
Möglichkeiten
him.
auf dem
This was
neuen Pfad.
exactly the way,
Das war
right
genau
now,
die Art,
that things were meant to happen.
wie Dinge passieren sollen.
And Stanley was happy.
Stanley war glücklich. Ja, cool. Beat the Game. Beat the Game. Hä? Ich habe die Errungenschaft Beat the Game? Ich habe das Spiel gewonnen? Was? 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 Okay, Leute, was ist hier los? Was ist hier los? Wir sind wieder am Anfang angekommen. Ne, wir sind... Hier, das ist anders. Das war vorher nicht so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hä?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, Leute,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Also dieses Spiel startet sich immer wieder von
Coming to a
Neuem.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Das verstehe ich nicht so ganz, ja. Ich werde mal so die anderen Ecken abchecken. Oh, das ist aufgegangen. Because the boss knows that was the boss say goes. If the boss successful loses, then that was the boss's choice. Okay. Kann man sauber putzen? Handtuch nehmen? Extrem Bathrooms. Ich verstehe dieses Spiel noch nicht so gut. Jetzt gehen die Türen auf hier, fuck. Die Türen gehen auf. Okay. Leute. Wir werden abchecken, was hier mit dem Aufzug geht. Alter, der kommt. So, und genau an dieser Stelle sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge wieder, Leute. Schaltet auf jeden Fall wieder ein. Es wird wieder spannend. Bis dahin, macht's gut. Tschüss.